Hello. My name is Michael Trowbridge, and I designed a mechanic that I call Pausality, uh, and I will show you. So first off, we have a few animations just to show the player how it works, but it is this purple goo stuff that, when stepped in, slows time to a crawl. As you see, all the animations slow down. And the mechanic behind this is for time-sensitive devices, so the player can get through, say, that door right there. So if you noticed, once I stepped out of it, time slowly built back up to its original speed. But using this panel right here, we can open the door, and if I don't use this liquid, I can't make it to the door in time. But if you open the door and use the liquid, you have plenty of time to get through the door. Now on to the next challenge. It is linking multiple pausalities together to make it through the door on the far side of the room. And again, I have a lot of animations going. A couple pistons, some fans, and I don't know, whatever you want to call that thing. But using what the player knows already, we can step through the liquid, chain it together. Oh man. Well, I'm just bad at games. I did a lot of math to make sure that this was a correct amount of space. This recording is actually making my viewport lag a little bit, so I apologize. Let's try that again. Here, there. Oh, come on, I made it that time. Alright, let me give it one more shot. I might try and make this a little bit easier for the player, just in case. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, screw you. Okay. And that is my mechanic. The player interacts with the mechanic by just touching it. There's an overlap event on each one of these to make it pause time on all the animations that are currently playing, including in the other room. So if they stepped in this one, it would still pause all the animations in that room. I was even able to make it to where the goo itself can have an animation. I don't know if you noticed, but in this first room here, there was a drip coming down from the ceiling, and even that is affected by the pausality. So let me grab some pausality. It's going to go pretty slow. Oh, I stepped out of it. It's trying. Let me speed up just a little bit. There it goes. So even the drip causes pausality. And even better, the drip itself still affects the player. But all the animations are kind of purely for effect, so the player knows when it's working. Um, this was technically heavily inspired by a mechanic in Dishonored, which allows the player to slow down time, to stealth past an enemy or kill a bunch of enemies without them even being able to react. Um, and I didn't look up a tutorial for any of this, uh, but I did receive a tutorial uh, from Professor Anthony Lowder that really helped with the time dilation aspect. Um, Originally, it was an interaction, but I needed it to be more of an overlap than an interaction, so I had to change it uh, ever so slightly to make sure it can do that. I also wanted the effect to last as long as the player stands in the liquid, so it will eternally be slow speed until they walk out of it, and then it starts the um, slow build up back to normal speed. But yeah, I call it Pausality. I just thought it was a funny name, and I hope it's fun.